Hey Meltis, it's voiceoppa. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me? Happy Halloween. Hope you guys are doing great. How's your weekend going? And everyone enjoying the day of Halloween? It's good to see everyone online today. I try to wear some kind of costume, but just ended up with just a white jacket. The voice is too small. Can everyone hear my voice well? Anyone having problem with the volume? No? It's good? Alright. Yeah, I'm just speaking right next to the microphone, so, and then the volume supposed to be the max, I think. So yeah, should be all good. I'm good to see everyone here. Yeah. Did you guys buy any costume? I mean, it's a Halloween, so I don't know if you guys have like Halloween party tonight. Maybe some of you it's already night time. Yeah, I actually thought about buying actual costume for the live streaming, and then I went to the seasonal store nearby my house, and then yeah, they were selling a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know, I didn't like the quality of those costumes, so I just ended up with a white jacket. Hope you guys don't mind it. All right. Yeah, and thank you for everyone for submitting your ghost stories for the live streaming event today. Yeah, there were like a whole bunch of stories, and I didn't have time to read everything up front, but I think that will actually make things more interesting, because I can kind of read things like for the first time. Then I don't know, it might be scary. But just that I don't think that I was ever scared with any stories. So, but let's see who can actually scare me, and then for those each stories, I'm gonna actually read it loud, and then I am going to guess. Maybe we can guess as a whole group, and then we'll see if we guess correctly, if the ghost story is true or not. I think that's gonna be kind of interesting thing to do. And then for those of you who submitted your work, I was thinking of giving you a little bit of a small reward. So I actually recorded a small voice of myself talking little things about Halloween. It's actually a little bit of an eggio. I don't know if you will enjoy or not, but I'll try to send each of you the voice clip after the live streaming is over. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. The Jimin's voice, that's actually not my raw voice. So I have to actually change the audio sound a little bit using a program. So I cannot do that for real time. But yeah, maybe I can think about like, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a real time voice changer or something. Maybe I can do some research and then do something like that next time. Let's get into the Discord and then see if I can see everyone's work. Yep. Just so you know, when I see the live streaming screen, the text are a little too small, so that I have to actually open the Discord browser. And then when I am on the Discord browser, I cannot really see your chats. So sorry if I don't see your chat and then just skip it. I'm just trying to read the stories, and then when I finish to read each story, I'll come back to the live streaming and then see your chats, and then we can kind of discuss if we can guess if that's a true story or not. I actually hope each one of you could actually join the live streaming, so you can tell if it's a true story or not. But if you didn't join the live streaming, I mean, if you submitted the work but didn't join the live streaming, then well, we cannot really guess, but we can at least enjoy your ghost story. So let's try to see the first story. Okay, the first story is submitted by I think the username was Pussin's username, and she was saying, I was washing the plates as I saw a shadow going past me while there was a slight creepy laugh. Ever since that day, there would always be another moving shadow with me, and then I would always see something standing in my bedroom. But there is something that happened before that. It was physical education in class. We had to run around the whole school. For some reason, most of the students were gone. I have no idea how. All that was left were their water bottles and the teacher. One of my classmates dragged me over to where my whole class were, outside the auditorium. I wasn't able to see clearly, but from my friends reported that someone was cutting something with an axe. An axe. Okay. We all ran away in fear, and I swore to myself I would never enter it again. But alas, the promise was broken. We were forced to go to the auditorium to help with some transfer students. I was looking around to see if there were any ghosts, but thankfully there were not. After that incident, I would not dare to go anywhere alone. I would just bring at least my cats. Your cats. Yeah, that's interesting story. What do you guys think? If it's a true story or not, that's what we are trying to guess. I don't know if you pushing is online today. My guess is that I don't know. It seems like a real story, maybe, because Um, I don't know. It has some little details like a person cutting something with an axe. Um, because I don't know. Um, you could just say something like more like a general stuff if it's a made-up story, but it could be a real story. I don't know if Pushin is here to tell us if it's true or not. What do you guys think? No comments. Okay, well. Oh. Jara says true. If anyone enjoying the live streaming just now, welcome to the live streaming. We are just trying to read through the ghost stories submitted for the live event, and hope you join and then guess each one's work if that's true or not. I think people are saying true, right? I think it's a true. Some parts are made up. You say, Grace? Yeah, could be true. Yeah, that could be right. Hey, Ashley, it's good to see you. I think most of you saying is true. Bumblebee says she can't decide. I don't know. Pushing's here today. If you are, maybe you can tell us if it's true or not. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, thank you for your compliment for my videos. Yeah, it's my joy to share my voice through the videos for you guys. It's a really interesting work to do. I don't know if Pushin's here, so maybe we can say it's a true. I don't know if there's like a way that I can say it's true or not. Let's see. Maybe how about we just say true for T and then false for F, and then I don't know. Maybe if they can come back eventually, and then they can tell us if that's a true or not. Let's say we say it's a true. The next one is from Iruka, and she said, "Me and my family were going to the beach, and it was night. I was looking at the window, and when our van stopped for a bathroom break, and busy buy some stuff. So after going to the bathroom, I bought some snack and juice. When I was about to hop in the van, I saw a lady wearing white dress. It was bloody and her hair was messy. So I ignored it, and when we arrived at the beach, everyone was asleep except me. So I dipped my feet on the water and listened some music to relax. And then I feel something on my right foot, and it was a hand and pulled me to the ocean. Luckily, I screamed. Then I uncle woke up and pulled me up, so I didn't swim on the other day and didn't tell my mom what happened. Interesting. Um, so you just saw a white lady when before you reach the ocean, and then basically you saw a hand pulling you. Um, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I don't know. I might be wrong, but for some reason, um, it kind of makes sense. But I just feel like this. I don't know, like those ladies with white dress, with I don't know, kind of bloody, and then um, the hand pulling, try to pull me and stuff. That sounds kind of a, I don't know, stereotype to me. Um, so it sounds kind of like false to me. I don't know what you guys what do you guys think. um, some people believe this story, some people don't. I think this one's kind of tricky. I don't know if Iruka is here online. Maybe you can tell us. Um, yeah, it's kind of a hard, isn't it? Like it's maybe some portion of the story is true and some portion is not. So we can't really say everything's true or false. Yeah, I'll vote for false for this one. And we'll see if Iruka is here to tell us. Otherwise, we can continue on. Let me just mark for false for my votes. Okay, the next one is from Sophie. This one's pretty long, I think. This is my story. In my country, there is a place called El Sanatorio de Duran. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. Otherwise, just let me know how to correct it. Which is an abandoned hospital. Oh, so it's like a kind of a creepy hospital. That's interesting. Where they specialize in cutting tuberculosis. I don't know what that word is. Today, that place is touristy and people can go to explore it. However, there are many rumors that the place is full of spirits. The old passers by. I go to that place very often because they did some repairs and now it looks more beautiful. And there is a lot of field space around the hospital to play. But there was one night when some friends told me they were going to go and they were inviting me, but I couldn't leave home. But I still didn't. I still did it because my family wasn't there until the next day. Then I left. Clarified that I am 14 years old. And the place was in another province. I had to take a bus with the money I was saving to buy a BTS. Oh man, I'm sorry for that. Anyway, we arrived, and since it was not allowed to enter at night, we jumped the wall and entered very quietly. Great success. We walked through the corridors with flashlights until we saw a person walking towards us. She was like a nun, and she told us how brave we were to be there late at night, and then she was gone. It was something strange that a lady like us was there, but as we advanced, the lady followed us and passed close to us. as if cornering us. I asked her to please stop following us, and we left after a while. And when we left the place, I took off the black sweater I was wearing, and it had hand marks on it, like someone hand covered her hands in dust and touched me with them. This is where I started to freak out. The next day, one of my friends called me very scared. I asked him what was happening, and he said, "Do you remember when we went to the sanatorium last night?" I said yes, and he replied that a couple of hours ago he came back and told the staff to please check the nun who lives in the place, because she did not leave him alone. But the staff said the nun never lived in the place site, because that was a hospital, not a church. I have a greatest certainty that the day we met a ghost, then my parents realized that I ran away from home, and they pushed me. Since then I never went back to the place. So that's a pretty interesting story. So you basically went to the like a, I don't know, hospital that's supposed to be like a creepy place, but they kind of redesigned to make it like a kind of tourism place. And you saw a nun, and the steps said she never lived there. That's an interesting story. I don't know. It kind of has those little details there. I think it might be true. The nun wise, I don't know if you guys ever thought like this way, but if you hear some stories that when people actually try to enter some I don't know, like ruins, like some destroyed hospitals or whatever, they sound like, "Oh, we saw a ghost there." I might think that those ghosts are actually people living in the place, because they have no place to live, and they just want to live in that kind of a, I don't know, some ruins and those kind of a spooky place, and they just purposely want to scare you because they want to live there for a long time. If someone comes here, and then if they are like freaked out because, oh, there's a ghost, then nobody is going to come back to the place, so they can actually keep living there. So I don't know. What do you guys think? So you guys think? I think most of you think that is true. Yeah. I don't know if Sophie is here to tell us, but I think it's a true. I'm gonna mark it for true. Okay, for the next one is from Hara, and she said, when little Hara was sleeping, something in her heart tells her to wake up from her sleep. She was sick that day, so she was still hazy when she opened her eyes. The first thing she saw was that there was an old brown wooden chair. When a woman wearing white dress, along with her hair just falling right down the side. Bear in mind that at the timing it was 2:30 in the morning. Little Hara thought like how you call yourself Little Hara. Um, Little Hara thought it was just a dream and cried a lot. That day, and that the same day, that evening, something in her heart told her to look at the mirror, and she did. The mirror reflects her window that could show her apartment corridor. And she saw the same lady, but this time her face was horrible. Little Hara told her grandma about it and was told that there was a girl in the building passed away because of certain reasons. Believe it or not, the girl's ghost still could be seen on some days by Hara now. That's an interesting story. I don't know. I wish I could see more details. Like, oops. I don't know. I wish I can see the details of maybe. You said like you could see her face, like it was like a horrible face, but how horrible was it? Like, was she like creep? Like, was she like smiling at you like a creepy, or was she like bleeding, or I don't know. That I don't know. In the beginning, like I thought like, that's interesting, and it kind of smelled like I don't know. It could be false. I don't know. Sounds like false to me because I think it's kind of too general to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Nick was just saying that I'm giving you the writing tips. Yep, I took some writing classes, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm that good at writings, but yeah, it's interesting that everyone's writing style is pretty like a kind of different. Do not even want to see her face, but it's true. I still see her today. It's very, very horrible. Her eyes look sad and that taunting. Hara says true. Do you guys believe her? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you couldn't see ghosts fully. They look like a hologram and not a fixed shape. That's what I heard from people with sixth sense. Interesting. So people say you believe it. I don't know. I don't know if I still believe it or not. But you know, Hara says it's true, so I'll mark it true. Okay, the next one is from Aries, and she said, "This is my story. This happened several years ago. At that time, in my house, there was only me, my sister, and my father. Since the day was so tiring, we all slept fast. When I was sleeping, my room and second floor, suddenly I heard a knock on my door room, and I heard my sister say, 'Arias, wake up! Arias, wake up!' The voice sounded loud and clear. I immediately woke up and checked my headphone to see the time. Handphone. Oh, you said. Yeah. In some countries they actually say cell phone, handphone, just like in Korea. Yeah, it's I don't know. It was kind of a sudden change that I had to call handphone cell phone in the United States, but it's interesting to see that see the time because I thought I was late for work, and when I say it was only 3 a.m., feeling annoyed, I went back to sleep. A few months later, I was awakened by my father. He said, "Hey, wake up. Our porches are flooded." I immediately woke up, and when I left my room, the floor of my house was already water, and it was raining very hard outside. I remember my sister who woke up at 3 o'clock earlier, and I went over to her. "Hey, you woke up at 3 a.m. in this morning. Didn't you see that there was heavy rain and water entered the house?" But she said, "What do you mean? I just woke up. I'm so sleepy." At that moment, I realized the voice I heard wasn't my sister's voice, but something else. That incident is still ringing in my head until now. Even I sometimes like to see the silhouette of someone standing in front of my room window. Just standing there and silent until I fell asleep. That's interesting. So basically saying your sister um, tried to wake you up, but it wasn't really her. So that is the Bumblebee say 3 a.m. That's a good time to go out. Yeah. Interesting. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I like how the story is not really using the whole shape of a ghost to scare people. Like it was just an event that you heard someone's voice and knocking on the door to wake you up. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I interpret it is maybe you were still sleeping and then dreaming. Maybe you saw a dream of someone knocking you on the door and try to wake you up. So I feel like this sounds like a true story to me. Yeah, what do you guys think? True, mostly true, I think. Actually, saying it's 3 a.m. is a cliche, so it's a fake. Huh. Interesting point of view. I think I don't know. In Korea, the time that the ghosts come out is more like midnight. So I didn't think that 3 a.m. is like a really weird, but that's interesting opinion. I think Arias is online. Can you tell us if that's true or not? Hmm, 3M is cliche. There's another opinion from Blue Angel. Interesting idea. I don't know. Is Arias there? Oh, Fiona saying ghost time is between 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. Okay, that makes sense then. I thought Arias is here, but I don't see her chat coming up. I'm assuming it's true. I don't know. We can always actually saying 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. was fun time. Okay. Oh, Arya saying it's a true story. Yeah, I thought it's a true story. Alright, let me mark this one for true. Okay, the next one is from Peril. And the story is that it was a summer break that I I would decide to spend at Disneyland. Oh, that's nice. I arrived at the hotel and spent the evening relaxing until I decided it was time to get some sleep in order to prepare for the next eventful day. I'd fallen asleep and had been resting for a while until the clock struck at 1 a.m. I then opened my eyes to sound of to the sound of a carousel at the park playing music on repeat. It was a carnival ride surrounding tune. I was trying to sleep. This sound woke me up. I felt annoyed enough about it that I went over to my mother and woke her up. I told her that I could hear the carousel music and it had been keeping me awake. She looked at me for a moment, half asleep, and said, I don't know, you should just go back to sleep and ignore it. So I shrugged and went to go and sleep once again. The next day, once I had awoken properly, I remembered that the music had interrupted my sleep. Then it occurred to me that the hotel I was staying in was nowhere near close enough to the park for me to have heard anything at all. To this day, I still don't know why the sound of carnival music woke me up in the middle of the night. That's another story in the middle of night. Thanks for the story. I think this might be similar case as the last one. Like kind of interpreted as a whenever there's like a story of a dream related, like I don't know, like if you wake up in the middle of the night, I just feel like this could be your dream, or it could be something that for this case, you just saw a dream of listening to those carnival music and just woke up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, Zara says it could be a dream too. Yeah. So yeah, I think sounds like a dream to me. I don't know. Is Peril online? Maybe you can tell us. Yeah, I think it's probably true story, but I guess it's a dream, I think. Ashley's having fruit snacks, and I still haven't had a breakfast yet, so probably should have something after this too. Yeah, I think it's a dream. Hey, don't die for me speaking English. don't die. Yeah, just enjoy it. Yeah, Peril is online. It's a true story, everyone. Yeah, I had a feeling this is a true story. Yeah. Ooh, we nailed it. Alright, I marked it for true, and then let's move on to the next. The next one is from Nina, and she said, I wanted to participate in this activity, so this is my story. Clarification, Since I was little, I have lived with spirits. You lived with spirits. Interesting. It was a rainy night. The cold fogged the windshield and the tiredness pushed my eyelid down. I was 19 years old and I was visiting Daegu. Oh, you visited Daegu. That's interesting. Since my father is Korean. Hey, no kidding. Really? I didn't know about that. While driving down the highway, the drops hit the windows on my car more violently, which lost its stability on the winding asphalt road. I sharpened my senses and slowed down. At the same moment, the headlights of the vehicle illuminated the figure of a boy who, drenched in the rain, waited motionless for a driver to take pity on him and take him to his destination. Without a moment's hesitation, I stopped and invited him upstairs. He accepted immediately, and as he sat in the passenger seat, I noticed his image. He was a Korean-looking guy, wearing a long buttoned white shirt. His hair was wet and it was black. I asked him his name. He said his name was Johan. My eyes almost filled with the tears when I heard the name. Then I'll tell you why. Johan. Yeah. That's like the pronunciation of John in Korean when you like, I don't know, it's more like it's not like an English pronunciation, but more like I don't know where the European country is, but more like a European pronunciation, I think. I resumed the trip and began a relaxed conversation in which the boy repeatedly avoided the story of how he had come to the place. Until the time was right, in a soft, almost cottony voice, he asked me to slow down to almost a stop. Slow down to almost a stop. It was a very sharp corner. He warned me. I took his advice, and when I saw how dangerous it could have been, I thanked him. He, with that soft voice, snapped me, "Don't thank me, it's my mission. I killed myself on the corner 4 years ago. It was a night like this. I still miss you, Sahwa." Sorry to be a crybaby. A chill ran down my spine and my skin crawled. When I looked at the passenger, the child was gone. The seat, however, was still wet, and on it was a small amulet. I cried for his words. Since that day, I have worn that amulet that the boy left me. It's a silver medallion with stands of blue thread. Plot twist. My only best friend's name was Johan. Rest in my place, soulmate. I still miss you. Interesting. And I think your writing is pretty good, Nina. And thank you for the submission. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is a pretty interesting story. It has a lot of details, yeah, that's for sure. So you guys are crying and scared. Seems like this one is a pretty good one. Yeah, I don't know. Two, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I know. Nina is really talented. I think somehow I wanna believe that this is true, but at the same time, I find myself like um, the story is well made, really well made. You know what I mean? It could be like a really well made story. Um, yeah, I don't know. Mm. And there's a last line that she talks about her best friend's name was Johan, and then uh, that kind of a really I don't know, makes me difficult to say it's a false, but I don't know. I have a feeling that this is a false. I don't know. Can't decide. Yeah, it's hard to decide, but I'm leaning more towards to false. Yeah. Is Nina online? Maybe can you tell us if it's true or not? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't think I saw her online today. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll just mark it for false. Yeah, I don't, yeah, that could be true too, Nick. Like maybe some parts is true, some parts not. But yeah, I'll go for false. Okay, the next one is from Momo's Noodles. Wait, is that you, Tiny Noodles? Man, you guys keep changing the username. It makes me like kind of think, hey, who are you? Like, but yeah, I still remember your the emoji there. So, but this is her story. So this story is a stupid and short, but I don't care. Anyways, when I was 3 or 4, I used to think I had a dog. You thought you had a dog, and I named the dog Dexter. How original! And my babysitter got freaked out at me, thinking I was a demon child. One day in pre-K, I said I had a dog to my teacher. My teacher told my mom. My mom thought I was possessed. End of story. End of story. I guess that's all my mom told me. No, okay. So basically, um, um, okay. So basically, you in in your childhood, um, you just keep called yourself you had a dog, and yeah, I think it's a true story. I mean, as a kid, you could just say things that doesn't make sense. You don't have a dog, but you could just can't say you have a dog. So it must be true. Is Tiny Little on online? You can tell us. I don't know. I think it's true. Some of you, yeah, wait, yeah, Bumble Baby, you think it's a false? Really? I mean, it could really happen. I mean, I mean, if it's a made-up story, it could be more, I don't know, like a ghost story that really makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if you're there, but I'll say it's a false. It must be false. I mean, I said true. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is from Lini, and she's saying, "My story was happened 7 years ago. one rainy night when me, my youngest brother, and my cousin was inside our apartment when we are playing. I don't know if rubber bands or the one day called text on the second floor. We heard a voice of crying child, and we thought it was Tianak, Philippine mythical creature at first, but at last we know it was a ghost, so that the two covered themselves with a blanket. And the funny part here is when I accompanied it to go outside the door. And after that, even it's too rainy and there's a chance of flood, we run outside and go to our auntie's house. Okay. So basically, you're playing a game with your friends, and then later you heard the voice of some mythical creature. I don't know. You guys are talking about Fiona's new username. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to see what will be the new username is. Q thinks the story is true. I don't know. It sounds. I don't know. It sounds a little simple to me. I mean, we were playing some games together, and then later, you heard the voice of a creature, and then, yeah, I think it's a stereotype of a ghost story to me. So I vote for false. Yeah, I think it's a false. Is Lini here to tell us if the story is true or false? Yeah. Yeah, I wish everyone was here to actually tell us if the story is true or not. Yeah, I think I vote for false, to be honest. But I don't know. If you guys have other opinions, you can always mark it for true. Okay, the next one's from Fiona. And she said, this is the story where I experienced some paranormal activities in my office. First time I came to that office for interview, my head felt so big and felt so uncomfort. I sort of can sense other presence. You mean like spirits? One day I had to work overtime. It was about 7 p.m. and I need to wash my hand, so I went to the toilet. From the toilet door, we could see the stairs to the fourth floor, which was dark at the time. When I washed my hand, suddenly I heard someone calling me. Like, is that how I pronounce it right? Right? Is that right? And when I looked up to the stairs, I saw a big black shadow holding the railing and bending his body to look at me. I didn't want to look scared, so I casually walked back to my room. Oh, I see. But when it's out of sight, I ran. Yeah, I totally understand. And the other time, when I sat on the toilet, suddenly I felt someone pinched my leg 3 times. You mean what? I mean, like, really physically? I clearly saw my jeans were moving. And after that, the trash can suddenly fell. And wow, that time I was really scared. I went out and I even forgot to zip my pants, but I didn't care. All I wanted was to get out of the bathroom as soon as possible. I told these to my workmates and they said, yeah, they had the same experience as mine too. And later, we found out that the office was built on top of woman convicts graveyard and used to be a woman prison. Now, I don't want to be alone when working overtime. Okay, that's okay, that's an interesting story. Why did I laugh? Where did I laugh? Yeah, I think, I don't know. This sounds like first of all, let me think my thoughts. So I think it's a true story, but I don't think this is a ghost. I think I think someone already mentioned in the chat, but I think there's a pervert in your workplace. That must be a pervert, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't know, cosplaying games while they're on toilets. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is something that you have to call police. Yeah, maybe the guy who was bending was, I don't know, maybe the shadow who are looking at you through the I don't know, the stairway or whatever, must be a pervert, I think. And maybe in the restroom when someone pinches your leg, I don't know. I don't know, if that happened in the bathroom stall, maybe in the next stall there was someone who was just trying to, I don't know, put their hands underneath the guard and then try to pinch your leg. I don't know. What do you guys think? Harry says Saru ghost. I think that means monkey in Japanese. Just for you guys who don't know, Japanese call monkey for a pervert. So monkey means like a pervert or like I don't know, creepy guys. Hey, I didn't do that actually. Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't do that. I'm innocent. Yeah, I'm innocent, Oppa. So please don't spread any false rumors. Oh man. Yeah, I think it's a true story. Just I don't know that if the ghost is true or not, but I think the story is true. Can you tell us, Fiona? I think it's true, but of course I'm innocent. What are you guys talking about? Man, you guys still don't believe me? I'm so sad. Hara just said Yahan Grishin. That's like I don't know, erotic ghost. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, thanks for the sharing the story. It was pretty good. Let's go to the next one. The next one is from Haria Sama. and she said, since I was a little kid, I kind of had a phobia with windows at night. When I was 4 or 5 years old, my mom said that I used to see my older sister in my window. My mom said that I was scream at her and said, "Mom, please close the window. There's a lady outside the window staring at me or waving." Kinda forgot the story. But there was nobody outside outside the night. Later, when I was a little bit grown up, she told me that I actually had a sister. But she passed away because my mom had a miscarriage. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Then when I was at junior high school, for some reason I had to sleep at the living room with my dad. I remembered exactly at 9 p.m. I was wondered why my dad was strolling at the hour. I saw his silhouette on the outside of my living room windows, walking slowly from the right side to my left side. I was so sure at the time. I almost walked myself up and opened the door. But suddenly I heard my dad's voice commenting at some word news in local TV in my family room. I looked several times at family room and back at the window in front of me, then decided to hide in my blanket. I still have that uneasy feeling with the windows and mirrors till now. I just cover all mirror and window at night. But yeah, now I'm more afraid with human than the broad seeds from another dimension. But I'm sure I don't want to cross path with them too. Please don't. So I don't know. I think one thing that really tells me that is that she actually mentioned that there is a lady outside the window staring or waving. Kinda forgot the story. So if it's a made-up story, she probably wouldn't say that. It's kind of forgot the story, right? So I think this sounds like a truth to me. I don't know. Is anyone having a issue with the sound? I think people can hear it. Maybe you can check the volume, or yeah, maybe you might have to restart the device or sometime. Yeah, I think it's a true story. Is Haria-sama on online? Maybe you can tell us if it's true or not. Yeah, sometimes I have a problem with my laptop too. Like the cable connection is not right, so sometimes it works with my earphone or not. So yeah, it's too bad. It's 2020 and we still have a cable connection problems. What's going on? Yeah, I think it's a true story. Yeah, oh, Haria is here, and she says true. Hey, we named it. Thank you for submitting the interesting story. Hope you don't get scared with the windows and mirrors too much. Okay, the next one is from Nick. Whoa, this is a this is a novel, man. It's gonna be interesting. So the story is the cold knife runs down her neck without warning. It stabs her in her neck, heart, and stomach. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, over and over again. Everything goes black. She woke up. Nick, then 12 years old, was familiar with having these nightmares and paranormal experiences to go with them. She had her first experience when she was 8. She heard screaming, voices calling her name, Nick, Nick, Nick. Then they chanted. She saw black human shadow figures rush past doors. More recently, she had the feelings someone was watching her. She saw people in her house who did live there. When she turned to look at them directly, they would be gone. Her brother had even seen their uncle who had passed a month before. Now 15, Nick dealt with the more difficult problems, all sort of things. Then the paranormal had come back to mass with her once again. She heard footsteps upstairs when she was studying downstairs. Whenever she checked upstairs again, no one would be there. Everyone else in her house was downstairs. No one had gone up there at all. Her washing machine would turn on all by itself. The loud beep would go off and would alert the house that the washing machine had turned on. When she was in bed, nothing got better. She heard scratching on her wall and ceiling. It's probably just a cat, she thought. Wait, why is it on the ceiling? She paused. Wait a minute, I don't have a cat. She turned on her phone flashlight and saw nothing. When she turned it off, the scratching continued. She learned to sleep with that. When she got grades back for exams or essays, she would be getting A plus and A's. But whenever she got anything below 100, even it was 99, the voices would torment her all night. Not 100, not enough. They sang over and over. She ended up dreaming about disappointing her teachers and families because of the voices. When she came back from school the next day, she was so tired she wasn't walking right. She decided to nap. When she got home, she immediately trudged upstairs to her bedroom. She shut the door and laid in bed with the softest feeling ever and immediately fell asleep. In her nap, she dreamt she was in the softest bed surrounded by the softest blankets and pillows. Then she saw a man in the other corner of her bedroom. Then man held a chainsaw. Nick leaped out of the bed. Her heart beating faster than ever. The man approached her. She ran away, ran out of her bedroom, her house, and to the park. Every time she turned back, the man would be there, chasing her, chainsaw in hand, ready for the kill. She ran to her school. She thought she lost him. She sat down on the ledge of the fountain in front of her school. Then she heard it. The revving of the chainsaw, reviving of the chainsaw, and now she leapt up and ran away, ran for her life, ran home with her legs burning. She reached home and aching legs. She got in, slammed the door, locked the door, and went into her bedroom, locked the windows, and hid in bed. Then windows shattered. Nick screamed. The man had broken into her house through her now broken window. Now Nick couldn't get up. She was stuck in bed. The man came closer. Every step he took, Nick screamed louder. He raised the chainsaw and said, "What a disappointment." Then sliced through Nick's body at her stomach. Okay. Okay. And all of Nick's stress went away, like thread being cut off her body one by one. Each worry, stress, pain, and torment left her body. Nick never woke up from the nap. Okay. Never graduated high school, never pursued her dreams. She never woke up. She never will. She is on eternal sleep. Now I'm a ghost, but I'm not scary. I'm just chilling in my room. Okay, I'm just gonna put pause for this. Okay. Hey, I thought it's supposed to be a story that we can guess if it's true or not, right? Like, you just I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Whomever put that true head there, I mean, like, okay, so that must be joke. Okay, that was a good one. Oh, thank you for compliment on the my voice. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Silpa, right? Silpa. Yep. Thank you for your comment. Hey, what is hentai mean? I don't know what that is. That's an interesting word. Everyone doing so far so good. I mean, like, that one was a pretty long story, so I hope I didn't like make you guys like I don't know, too boring or whatever. I mean, yeah, I thought I prepared everything for the live streaming. Yeah, but yeah, it's fine. I can just keep going for another hour or so. I don't know. Some people say my voice volume is right, and some people don't. I don't know. My streaming program shows that the volume is actually really good right now. It indicates that when I talk, it almost goes to the safe max volume. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what hentai means, Q. Yeah, you tell me what it is. I'm live streaming, so I cannot Google, so I don't know what that is. Face reveal? Maybe. I'm tempting to do that sometimes, but I don't know. Like I always say, if I do face reveal, there's a chance that the subscriber count can go more, but there's also a chance that it could go 0. So I don't know. Maybe not 0. Maybe a few of you might just keep listening to me, but I don't know. We'll see. See, you guys don't know what hentai is, right? Man, I don't know what that word is, but it must be really, really uninnocent word. Anyway, let's go to the next one. So the next one is from Broken Army. This story I heard on the news. Jessica was married with a man named James. They wanted to start a family and they did. As Jessica was finally done with labor, the couple was handed their newborn child. Jessica cried tears of joy, but James only looked at the baby with disgust. Jessica didn't notice as she looked at her baby and whispers their new name, Ella. As the family of three finally arrived home, James quickly headed inside the house, leaving Jessica confused as she needed help. 2 weeks passed, and James never bonded with his family once, which really made Jessica worry. As James finally got home from work, she went running to her husband with a fancy outfit on. She told him that they should have a picnic today so they can spend more quality time. James only looks at her darkly and only nods his head, telling her that he would get ready. As everyone was ready, James drives the family to a nearby park, and they start setting up the blanket and foods. As the food was finally done, they sit down, but Jessica quickly stands up, telling James that she forgot the lemonade. She hands James Ella as she goes to the car to get the drink. As Jessica was no longer to be found, James looked at Ella with disappointment, which only makes the 2-week-old baby giggle. You bring such a dishonor to this family, he says harshly. James wanted a baby. James wanted a boy, but it was clear to him that he wouldn't get one, since Ella was born a girl. James looks at the knife that was laying on the blanket, only making him let out a devilish laugh. He killed her. He strokes his dead daughter head as he sings her a lullaby and tucks her into her stroller. He quickly turns around as he hears a familiar whistle and goes running to the river that was in front of him. He needs to jump in, but he didn't know how to swim. But again, he wanted all of this to end, so he did and died in a painful death. Ever since that incident, mothers like their kids close, so James' spirit would get them. And okay, that's interesting. What do you guys think? Time to have some cake. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. Lolaine, is that right? Yeah, it's a good time to have some snacks and enjoy the live streaming. I don't know. It sounds like what Broken Army said is from the news. So I think this sounds like this may be true, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know. Just the names kind of tells me. Those names are so clear. Like I don't know. If I was her, I would more like say kind of like a baby or like husband or wife instead of names. But I don't know. Is Broken Army online? Maybe you can tell us. What do you guys think? It sounds like a kind of a fake. Notice you. Hi, Mary Nicole. Is that how I pronounce your name correctly? And yeah, happy late birthday for you, Lauren. Yeah, I think I vote for false. But I don't know if Broken Army is online today, so um, I'll just mark for false, and then yeah, maybe she can tell us in the future if that's true or not. Let's go to the Grace's one. So she's saying, sorry, Appa, I can't. I was stuttering and the recording only went for 5 minutes. Anyway, things happened before we moved into that house. Car crash, heart attack, and suicides. My other family members would see things like shadow figures, appa- apparitions of young children, and hear noises, but I was the targeted one. I had the most encounters. My first one was actually when I was a little 8 months old. I don't remember it, but my father told me about it. Um, he said I would stare at a corner and follow it until it was right in front of me and laugh at it. Um, the experiences I do remember were when I had the encounters with the thumb. Why did I give it that name? Because of the banging noise it would make as it went down the hallway. First one, I was 2 or 3 and down the hallway to get something from my room. When I saw it dash from my parents' room to my brother's second, it was similar to the first one, but I was with my grandmother and it went from my room to the hall closet. I used to cry so much because of it, and I would sleep in my parents' room. There was a few times that I heard it going up and down the hallway when I was with my mother and father, almost as if it was looking at me. Looking and when it came to naps, I would force my grandmother to lay down with me. She told me that I'll say, "Don't put your foot down. He'll he'll bite it." When I got older, maybe around the age of 6, I would draw it and ask my grandmother to buy black socks. That's how I described what I saw. I told my friends at the school I used to go to, and when the teachers overheard what I was describing, I was sent to the principal's office to talk to her about it. She said to set a Bible down by the bed and pray for it to go away. I had to go to her office every day after school. One time she went as far as asking me if I wanted a priest to cleanse the house. So why did they go crazy over this? Because I went to a Christian school. So the black thing is what I saw. I know the drawing is bad. I don't think so. It's hard to draw on a phone using only your fingers, okay? I think that's totally makes sense. Don't worry about it. Ending to the story. Even though I saw a lot more than that, after that school year, none of the teachers wanted me in the classroom because I was a demon magnet. So that broken me on the inside. We moved after I finished the 8th grade, but jokes on them. I did the damn Algia board with my friends. I haven't seen anything where I currently live. I have felt watched after 3 family members died in a week. This happened a month ago, but I still feel watched. They are building a restaurant where a funeral home used to be. It's quite possible that I saw my own shadow, but it was very dark and seemed solid in a way, like it was a shadow figure just there. I was a weird kid. My brother still teases me about this. He used to scare me all the time. He's 25 now and still immature. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm a ghost. Appa killed me. Okay, so that's kind of a shadow you saw, I'm assuming. I don't know. What do you guys think? It sounds like I don't know. Just a drawing kind of tells me like this could be at least in her point of view, it's true because she saw something, and then whether it's a true ghost or not, it could be the real experience. Q says, if you have always positive and happy mind, ghosts cannot affect your mind. That's totally true, I think. Personally, I don't believe in ghosts, so in my point of view, it's more like you are scared of some unknowns. That's kind of how I interpret seeing a ghost or spiritual events. But yeah, I think at least for this story, the experience is true. I don't know if it's like a real ghost or not, but that's how I think. Maybe you can tell us if it's true or not, Grace. Oh, she already mentioned that it's real. Yeah, yeah. So we nailed it. Yeah, thanks for sharing the story and then the drawing. It's awesome. Okay, the next one is from Ari, and she said, "This is an unforgettable experience of mine. It was the night of my 7th birthday party. Wasn't a big party, only a few of my closest friends were invited for dinner. After we finished our meal and chatted, my friends were about to go home. So I accompanied them to the front of my house. When I was about to going back inside, I felt like someone was staring at me from outside of my fence. I looked it up. There was my closest friend. So I came to him and said, "Why do you come so late? The dinner has ended. Everyone has returned to their home." So he just stood there and smiled. "I'm sorry. I didn't wait for you. You just you said you couldn't come because you are busy with your college in another town," I continued. He smiled and said, "That's okay. Happy birthday. Come get in. It's quite dark here. We can talk inside," I said. He shook his head while saying, "I have to go now." Suddenly, I heard my mom called me. "Harry, what are you doing out there? Hurry up and get in." When I turned back, my friend had gone already. I feel weird, but didn't think too much about it. Morning came. I heard the news about my friend. He got into a car crash outside our city when he about to go home. He died because of the accident. I was shocked, sad, but was scared. "Oh my, who came to me last night?" P.S. To my beloved friend, rest in peace. So yeah, this is a sad story. Thanks for sharing the story, Ari. Yeah, this I hear a lot of stories that people share their stories of their friends or families visit them before they actually hear their bad news. And I don't know. This sounds like a stereotype, but I don't know. Could be true. What do you guys think? Carl thinks it's true. Yep. Anyone else have any ideas? Well, baby says it's true. Yeah, it's a sad story, so I don't know. It really breaks the heart to say so, to be honest. Yeah. And Ari says it's true story. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a pleasant experience to see your friends, like, you know, having bad happening. But yeah, thanks for sharing the story. It was really good. Let me mark it for true. And I'm, yeah, I thought I would be okay, but I think I wanna drink a cup of water and give me let's break for like maybe 2-3 minutes, and then I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, sorry guys. I just came back with a cup of water, just in case if I get thirsty again. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is from Ashley, and she said, "This is a story from my childhood." Oops, I think I have to change the browser. Up until I was 3 years old, my family and I lived in an apartment complex. There was nothing odd about the apartment at all. It was only 2 bedrooms. My parents stayed in one and my sister and I stayed in another. In the other, my sister is 2 years older than me, and we had bunk beds. I slept on the bottom bunk. Anyway, every night it seemed I had the same recurring dream. Many children are afraid of monsters under their beds, but I was actually friends with mine. In my dreams, I would get out of bed and no one else would be home. The 2 monsters would come out then. I remember I was always afraid of them at first, but after some time I wasn't. The one monster I loved most looked like a furry teddy bear, but his hair was curly and brown. He would always give me hugs and carry me around the house. We would watch cartoons together too. The other monster was made of black goo and had one eye. He dripped on the floor as he walked and never spoke to me. I was always afraid of him, but the other monster said he was not bad. After waking up from these dreams, I would always lean over the side of my bed and look underneath. I'll stay that way for an hour, sometimes just waiting for a hand to pop out. I feel like this is the earliest memory of my childhood, and this is the reason why I'm in love of horror concepts. I have never been afraid of monsters. I feel like if they are real, they just need a friend. Sorry, this wasn't exactly horror. Maybe it's a bit weird. So basically, this is a story that you had a dream about the monsters. So I guess this is probably true. I guess. And then you stated that this isn't like really exactly a horror. Excuse me. But thanks for sharing the story. I guess it's a true story, isn't it? What do you guys think? No ideas? Or I don't know if chat is hanging. I don't see anyone's chat coming up. Oh, did Ashley say it's a true story before? Yeah, it must be true, I think. I think somehow, it's weird. I think the chat on the YouTube live streaming page has a more like a actual active chats than the program that I use. Maybe I should use that for instead. Yeah, is it true? Okay, sounds good. I'll mark it for true then. Okay, let's go to the next one. Wait a minute. We have about 4 stories left, so probably we'll do the rest of them, and then for the remaining time we can delete the chats just like we do always, as always. And the next one is from Q, and she said, here's my story. At the time, I was riding my motorbike in the area around my house. It's been a long time since I enjoyed the atmosphere around my house because I studied outside province. There's a house owned by an old couple, Mr. Y and Mrs. Y. I know them because the neighborhood where I live is a small village. At the time, Mrs. Y was outside in the yard. The old woman seemed to be shifting rice. I politely greeted Mrs. Y and smiled at her, but she was just silent while I was still shifting rice. Maybe she didn't hear my greeting. Then when I got home, I told my mother about Mrs. Y, who was just silent when I said hello, and it made me a little annoyed. Then my mother asked who I meant. I told her again that I was talking about Mrs. Y and the wife of Mr. Y. My mother was very surprised and even scolded me. What are you talking about? Mrs. Y died a few days ago due to illness. About the house is empty. And the house is empty because Mr. Y now lives with his son. I was like, silent. Interesting. So, this one is interesting. So we basically greeted the old couple. I mean the Mrs. Y, but actually the old couple no longer lives there. The wife's dead, and then the guy has moved. So I don't know. Maybe the house is empty. That's interesting. So I almost thought maybe someone else had already moved in, and then they are living there, and then they didn't know you, so they didn't say hi back to you or something. But the house is empty, so I wonder if there's any chance that actually someone who is illegally living in the house, and they just didn't want to say hi back to you because they are afraid of I don't know, getting to know each other in that town area. I don't know. Or I don't know, maybe it wasn't someone living in the house. Maybe they came back. I mean, not came back, but maybe someone who is working in the house for some reason. Or maybe your Mom didn't know about someone already moved into the house or something. I think the experience might be true. I don't know if it's a ghost, but I think the experience will be true. I think most people saying it's a true story. Another wife. That's a good point, Fiona. So yeah, I think I guess for true. Can you tell us, Q? It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I thought the experience is true. I don't know if it's ghost though. It could be. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. Just like Fiona said, it might be. She might be another wife or something. Okay, let's go to the next one. So the next one is from Liz, and our story is that this story takes place in Tlaxcala, a small city in Mexico located in the center of the country. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Tlaxcala, is that right? A fact that has no explanation was highlighted. It is said that mirrors have dimensions and that they also keep the image of people as well as their energy, their aura. A family, somewhat extended, gave them to take care of a house for 5 months while the owners were returning from a business trip. Everything was normal for the family except the youngest of the family with the age of only 15 years. Each time it passed, the glare of the sun reflected in an immense mirror hit her. She was intrigued by a basement door that the owners forbade them to open. A few days passed. The girl went almost every day to the door to try to open it until after several attempts she achieved her goal. She also entered the room and saw torture devices and a boy tied up by his arms and legs. The girl wanted to help him by removing the restraints. The boy, being released, and gave her a kiss on the cheek that left her immobile. Still alive, carried her and her put in the huge mirror. It's known that the boy went to the family and said, "Thank you." They just ignored. A few days passed and they did not find the girl until they saw the mirror in the basement with a peculiar image. The girl with expression of pain in the middle of the mirror. The boy was a captive demon by the owners. The family assured were witches. Okay. What do you guys think? Oh, Nina just joined. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I guess you missed a chance. We already read your story. But we try to guess by putting the what is it called, the expression to your post. By, if someone thinks your story is true, we put T. Otherwise, we put F. Yeah, we can. You can always rewatch back from the beginning when the live streamings end. But what do you guys think about the Liz's story? Oh, Nina's story was true story. Interesting. Oh, bye bye, Bumblebee. Yeah, thanks for joining, and then have a good night, and then see you soon. Yeah, I don't know if it's actually her story or not too. So I don't know. I feel like yeah, this is false. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's actually first story that we saw that. Oh no, actually Nick's story was also false. So yeah, good job, guys. I like to see some false stories too. That's good variations. All right, we're gonna mark it for false, and then let's go to the next one. Next one's from Alsa. Actually, I realized that some of you have a very similar profile picture, like Q and Alsa. Is that like a kind of a app that changes your picture to look like I don't know, like a Muslim? I don't know. That's pretty interesting. So Alsa's story is that. So this is a pretty short horror story of mine. It actually happened to me 2 times. So one day I was going to school like usual, and in a break time, I'm calling my friend to go to the canteen together. But she just smiles and shakes her head. And then I went to the canteen with my other friend, and I asked her about friend. She had a shocked face on her face and said that is that this friend didn't go to school because she's sick. And who's the one that I talked to then? And also, one time my major had camping in mountain, and we have to like collecting data of the animals or plants there, and one team do the collecting data until pretty much midnight, and the others are worried about the team. Long story short, some of my friends try to search for the team, and then one of them is a girl. But right after my friends went up to the mountain area, I saw that girl in front of the tent, in front of a tent. So, which one's real? Hmm. You guys talking about no face costume? What is that? Is that the profile picture you guys talking about? But anyway, what do you guys think about the Arsa's story? I think I don't know. It sounds very simple. Um, I think the experience might be true, just like other ones, especially when it comes to the story that she said, like collecting data in a mountain. Like that's almost like too much detail for a made-up story. So I think it's a true story. Is Elsa online? I don't know if I saw her online though. I don't know if she's online, but yeah, I think everyone thinks that this is a true story. So Oh, outside's there. Yeah, it's a true story after all. So yeah, thanks for sharing. Okay, let's go to the last one, which is from Hannah. A few years ago, my mom and I were on a road trip. She would flown in and picked me up from college in Indiana, so we could drive up to her friend's house in Michigan, who would invite us to stay with her for winter break. It was freezing cold because there would just been a small snowstorm, and we would already had to spend several hours outside in the negative 12 Fahrenheit degree um, weather trying to find our rental car. By the time that was over, it was already about 10 p.m. We still had a drive ahead of us. Driving at night on empty two-way highways lined with scraggly dead trees with no buildings in sight for miles on end was spooky enough as it was, and doing so on snowy icy roads was even worse. At around 3 a.m., my mom decided we should stay at the nearest hotel since it was quite late and we were both very cold and tired. I looked on my phone and found a hotel up ahead that seemed decent. Once we got there, we noticed that the hotel looked rather. Oops. I think something happened. Did I miss something? I heard the sound, but somehow the notification is not there. Sorry if I missed anything, but let me continue reading it. Where I was reading. Once we got there, we noticed that the hotel looked rather run down and dimly lit. But we were willing to make sacrifices since we both really needed to rest. However, upon entering the parking lot to find a place to park, we were met by very unexpected, very unexpected and disturbing sight. There was a sinister large van parked in the darkest area of the parking lot, and beside it, a very eerie, menacing, scarfy, and creepy-looking man who stared us down as we drove by. That was ominous as it was, but we were downright terrified when we caught a glimpse of the things he had in the back of his van. There were metal cages, metal chains, various saws and chainsaws, and large knives and axes, and all kinds of disturbing things hooked onto the wall that I could only describe as looking like some kind of macabre torture weapons. Needless to say, my mom and I screamed our lung out and booked it out of the parking lot and back on the highway. After that, we couldn't just find any more hotels, so we just decided to drive the whole rest of the way. But that was a night I'll never forget. A night where my teeth were chattering for more than one reason. Interesting. So you saw a weird guy who has a van that is full of like creepy weapons. I think probably the story itself is true, but I don't know if it's like a serial killer or some kind of a murderer, because I don't know, somehow I feel like maybe he's I don't know, he's like a contractor who fixes stuff, or I don't know, like some kind of a engineer. That's still a possibility in my opinion, but yeah, I think the story itself is true, but maybe it's some mistake that you thought just a regular guy as a like kind of killer or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Susanna and then Zara thinks that this story is false. Any other opinions? Yeah, Hannah says it's a true story. Yep, it's a true story, but yeah, some of you think that's a false. Yeah, I think that's horrifying assumptions. Let's mark it for true. All right, I think that's the end of the stories. And again, thank you for sharing your stories. It was really exciting to read everyone's ghost experience. Oh, did I look at the fan art recently? Yeah, I did. Actually, I think you submitted the new artwork, right? I actually added that to my collection on my standby image, so anybody can see that if they're joined to the live streaming. So thank you, and then thank you, Para, and then everyone to submit the fan art for me. It's really awesome to see. Yeah, thanks everyone, and thank you for everyone to submit your work, and it was good to see your stories today and share it with everyone. Do I have any experience? To be honest, I don't really have personal experience that I saw a ghost. Maybe one thing that I can say is that when I was a kid, I was walking near the apartment where I was living, and then I was walking with my grandmother, and then from far away I saw a black cat. There was a black cat that was like looking at me, and then I thought like, oh, that's a black cat, because it's kind of rare to see cats around that area. So I was like, hey grandma, there's a black cat, and then she said like, hey, I don't see it. And then apparently that wasn't really a cat, that was just a black binder bag that was just thrown away in the middle of nowhere. So I was like, oh, that's a mistake. So do I believe in ghosts? I don't think so, because I consider the ghosts are more like things that the human made up, because it's a really good way to control people. You mean like, for example, in the old time, there was a lot of people were afraid of wolves, right? like wolves or some kind of dangerous animals out there. So they make a lot of bad and scary stories about those animals, so that people get scared and then do not try to like go outside of the town alone, or like, that's kind of a way to um, change the people's behavior. So I consider the ghost is the same trick. So I don't really believe in ghosts. If you see a black cat, I have to jump on it 3 times. You talking about the bad luck of the black cats? Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I actually saw that kind of a black cat, actual black cat. I mean, it was just a black vinyl bag. Yeah, for the maybe another 20 or 30 minutes, we can probably do some more question and answer, or like just chat session, and then probably after that I'll grab a lunch, and then we can go from there. Oh, also said I look like a doctor. Oh.
Thank you for reading all the stories after. Happy Halloween. Give me candies.
Thank you, Fiona, for your support. I really appreciate you always give me dedicated support for each live streaming. Yeah, and thank you for all your help, and then all your support. Yeah, I wish I can give you some candies, or wish there's a way that I can send you virtual candies. That would be awesome. Yeah, actually, do you guys like candies? I mean, it's actually Halloween day, so when I go to like grocery stores, there are so many candies they sell like in bulk, like a huge giant bags, and then yeah, that's I mean, every time I see that, like, oh man, people consume candies this much every year. Like, that's awesome. That's like crazy. I don't know if I can like give you candies, but maybe I can give you some hand attacks. I don't know. I think the light is kind of dim today. Even though I have a light stand turned on, um, yeah, so it's not really like bright, and then since it's dark, the frame is kind of a cut off, so it's not really good quality, but please bear in that. Actually, it's this weekend in my area, I think it's gonna be kind of a cloudy and then rainy, so I think it's actually perfect weather for Halloween, isn't it? Did your pickup line work, Hara? Yeah, it's always working. So yeah, it's always I'm always happy to see you online, and then glad to chat with you. Candy shop? Is there any like hidden meaning on the candy shop? I don't really know much about your jargons and you know expert words. I don't really know, so you guys have to educate me. Otherwise, I can't follow all that crazy talks. When I was little, did I go out trick or treating? So in Korea, uh, celebrating Halloween is more like a kind of a new thing. I think it started um, maybe 10 years ago or something. But back then, when I was a kid, I didn't really do much of Halloween celebration. Yeah, Korean kids don't really celebrate that. It's more like what they celebrate is more like birthdays and maybe some Christmas. They expect some gifts. And May 5th is their kind of a special day for kids in Korea. They can get gifts, or the parents might take them to amusement park. Like I don't know if you guys know, like Lotte World or Everland. It's like a Disneyland. So it's their time to have some fun time. But yeah, there was no Halloween. Maybe I have learned that from school, but we didn't really celebrate that. Can I sing Broken Army? maybe I can sing, but I don't know. Sir, stand up. My head needs some clarifications. Clarification for what? to check if I have legs or not? Oh man. I'm just wearing very secret stuff underneath, so I don't want to I don't want to show you right now. Yeah, so if you want to know about it, come to my house and then check it out with your own eyes, not through the just the monitor. Huh, your birthday is May 5th, Susanna? Yeah. It's called Kids Day in Korea. I don't know if they still have it as a holiday, but yeah, it's like one of the best day for kids. Like you are guaranteed to have a gift or some kind of a fun day. I don't know if I were like celebrating Halloween too much. Maybe I did like some light events with some friends when I got to the U.S. But before that, I don't know if I really celebrate that much. And I don't know. Even today, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I was more like thinking about what to do for the live streaming, and then I don't really have Halloween plan. So if you guys are free tonight, maybe we can hang out and then have some fun time together. You can see the superpower. I mean, like what's what's underneath the desk queue. Well, there's of course floor and my legs, my fits, and at this stage my chair is underneath the desk. So yeah, looks like maybe you are seeing those things. You need some help, Hara? Oh yeah, so Egyo for Halloween. So actually have to send you guys the rewards. So I actually write down and then so that I don't forget. Or maybe I should give you guys now. What do you think? So maybe you can listen to this now and then you can tell me your opinion about that. Maybe that's a good thing to do. Actually, I have saved it in the Google Drive, so for anyone who joined my live streaming, I'll send you the my secret voice clip just now, so maybe you can listen to it and then who's that feed behind you? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, let me actually send you guys, and then I actually want to hear your reactions. So let's see if I can send you. Yeah, maybe I will send you, then I'll listen to your reaction, and then we can call it for now. Call it for today. Let me log into my Google Drive and send you guys. Oh yeah, so for those of you who submitted your work for the live event, I'm going to send you the reward, which is my voice clip for me speaking Halloween 애교 stuff. So it's a really short, maybe like a 1 minute or so, but I just want to hear your I just want to hear some your reactions if you actually listen to it. I'll send you through Discord, I think. Let me see if I can log in. Okay, I got the link. Well, I'll send you each of you through the Discord. So give me 1 second. Okay, I started to send the files for each of you. Almost there. Give me 1 second. almost there. I think a couple more people, maybe 4 more people, I think. I wish I can just like send you at the same time. It's I don't know. I wish there's like a better functionalities. And last one. Oh. Oh dang. I think I sent too many messages and then it says I cannot send the message until I wait for a few minutes. I was just about to send it to Pushin, but I'll send you the message in maybe a little bit later. But I think everyone should have the reward who submitted the work. I don't know. Yeah, I'm waiting for the next art event. Yeah, I think I'll probably announce another one in the future, and then we can do something more fun like this. Yeah, if anyone didn't get the reward, please let me know. I think for pushing, I'll send it out in a few minutes, but otherwise, let me know how you like the the Halloween voice clip, and then yeah, hope you guys like the voice clip, and then if you guys have any good ideas for the next event, but please feel free to let me know, and then yeah, enjoy the reward. And then it says unable to open the document. Really? Is anyone having a problem with opening the document? It should be a share link that you can open it as long as you have the link. Anyone else having problem besides Nick? Let me try opening it with my settings. Oh. Okay. Let me try to make this setting updated. Restricted. My bad, sorry about that. Let me try again. Can you guys try again? It should work now. Thanks for joining, Susanna. Yeah, I'll see you later. I love it too. Yeah, it works now, right? Yep. how do you guys like the the video clip? Yeah, I wanna hear your thoughts, and then maybe we can wrap it up today. Feed you, like at least I can feed you my hands. How about that? I don't know. I For this one, I just wanted to make it more like I'm not being oppa. I'm just being more like younger brother. So I don't know. I thought that's a good change because I don't know. For this Aegyo video, I wanted to make myself a lot younger, so that the Aegyo really makes sense. You know what I mean? As oppa, I can do Aegyo, but I don't know. I thought that's a more right way to do that. All right. I'm glad that you guys like the reward. Yeah, I know. I know you're younger than me, but I don't know. For this one, I just wanted to make a little bit change. But anyway, thanks for joining the live streaming today. Oh, Ari can still open it. Maybe can you do refresh? Because it works on mine. I try to open with a different account and it works good. Nick is making it as a ringtone. Yeah, thanks for submitting your work. I mean, it was all amazing stories, and thanks for putting your time to make a post. I just tried a little differently. Okay, can anyone? Is there anyone else having a problem with accessing the file? My birthday is May 14th, so it's gonna be next year. Yeah, so for anyone who didn't have a chance to join the event this time, I hope you can join the next time. What do you call? Why do you call us Melties? What is Melties to you? Melties is my love and my heart. You already entered my heart, Hara. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining the live streaming show today. It was really great, and it was a really awesome experience to share your stories, and I read it out, and then we guessed if the story is true or not. And then yeah, I'll post the schedule for the next one in the future, but I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up, and then I'll get some food for my, I don't know, it's already late for breakfast, but for lunch. So hope you guys have a good one, and then have a happy Halloween, and then I'll see you guys soon. Sweet days, my melties. Sweet dreams, my melties.